お前の道はここで終わりだ。見せてその先の力というもの。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Alrighty, what is going on, you guys? This is your boy the Death Smasher, and welcome back to yet another Bleach Brave Souls video. And today we have ranged Espada GQ up right now, and this is the perfect way to test out how good Parasol Bruno is. Now, as you guys already know, Ulquiorra is by far the best unit to use for Espada GQ as a whole. He can nuke and whatnot, and if you don't have Ulquiorra, you guys can use the likes of Bruno to get a very fast run done. But that being said, here's what we're gonna do. The first run will be consisting of Bruno doing a solo run. And the only thing that we're gonna have here is Yuha, because this guy is going to be the booster. That is gonna help us out a lot. He's got a Vortex, he has the booster skill, so we can basically get the focus increased up by a good 43%, and we're just gonna be using Bruno as a main unit. And there we go. Mine is 2 out of 5, so not 5/5, but we're still gonna be able to clear this just fine, and we have ourselves on him the Kamari, Pill, and the Masengo all with 30% SP. Now, I would opt to use Attention Tie in this case, but I feel like in this case, because he is getting his melee damage completely nerfed because of the fact that it's a ranged GQ leak, I think that it's kind of best to have as much SP as possible on this character, because the more SP you have, the better the damage output. And we have ourselves the Senkaisen with a level 10 SP, but then we have ourselves a Max Transcended Kenny and Toshiro, whom all have 500 SP on the 6 slot. So yeah, he has full stamina damage boost and weakened defense, so we're gonna be able to kill through just fine. And yeah, that being said, we do always need to build up the gauge, because that is the key to pretty much winning when it comes to doing this kind of run. And of course, it's better to have Yuha that can boost you up and not go about it alone. But with that being said and done, let us begin the solo run. Well, somewhat, but wait. So Yuha's gonna be helping to support, keep the bosses stomp locked, and keep the boost active. So let's go. Alrighty, here we go. And the good thing about this is both of the characters here are immune to weakness, so it's gonna be very nice. Now, the damage ain't the greatest when you first start playing as him, but like, you guys will notice it once the gauge is activated, just like that. Yeah, look at that. We managed to kill through Grimjow just fine. Like, yeah, now the gauge is gone, but guess what? You can build it up by having your nat string do the job, and of course your essays taking into effect. So right now I'm just gonna let Yuha stall out Zalaparo, Autonieto, and I get the gauge build up. And yeah, sadly I'm gonna have to wait to use my essays. There we go. And look at that. Oh damn, my SA1 missed? But either way, we've won. We've literally just won. All I need to do is pop my essays a couple times and it's GG's. Hold on, let me build up the gauge. And there we go. Wow. Oh my goodness. I almost lost. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. We actually were able to beat this in a solo run, even though again, the cheat here was having Yuha boost us, but like, honestly, it's kind of needed. Otherwise, it would not have been a good showcase to use Bruno in here and just prove to you guys that here, even with the damage completely nerfed, you can still be a very valuable asset for this type of GQ. So like, just having this character overall is just gonna make everything easy at the end of the day. Alrighty, it is now time to go for a nuke run, and here's how we have Ulquiorra set up, who is gonna be the main nuker here. We have the Teacup, finally managed to pull that, the Tension Tie, and the Masengo all with 30% SP. Now, if Ulquiorra had a Ronker and a Espada killer instead of Holo and Espada, we could have very well used the killer sticker for the Ronkers here, and it would have been perfectly fine because it would have counted as if he had killer in there. But unfortunately, we pretty much have to deal with having 30% killer effect in Guild Quest, which is fine. But yeah, the full stam build, all level 10 SP links, and yeah, we have a full stam of 100%, front attack damage of 60%, not that it really matters, and most importantly, he does have full stam and weakened defense as the bonus abilities, which is really gonna matter a lot. And with Bruno here, we're going with the same setup, but we did swap out weaken defense for damage to weaken enemies, so that way it is easier to get the actual soul bomb synced up and do enough damage to the point that we get to Ulquiorra and then kill him off. And Yuha, we don't have to do anything about this character. He's just there to boost us, and that's it. We don't need him to do damage. And even then, he's just gonna be pretty slow. Like, in this case, it's kind of better to have Dordonic, since he is dropping in less than 24 hours from now. But now, let's see how well Bruno is gonna do as a side unit, because this is gonna be very interesting to see. Oh, hold on, let's reset. Well, it seems like the best I can pretty much do is get sub 3, but hey, this is still very good. Like, Bruno's actually able to sync in well with the soul bomb to the point that it can get to the final boss. That being said, it is noticeable that the damage multiplier is pretty much not the greatest, and it is gonna work out even more so when you get Bruno 5-5. Bruno at 5-5, you're gonna be able to guarantee yourself sub 1 in ranged Espada, so I'm kind of glad that I delayed this, because I initially recorded this with the intention of saying Bruno is not the greatest support to use for ranged Espada, but instead it turns out that he is. You just need a bit more copies invested into him and you'll do just fine. But if you guys have the likes of a swimsuit Apache at 5-5, which by the way, it's a bit more common to get compared to Parasol Bruno, which by the way, he's only going to come back once this year, and then we probably won't see him again until next year. And yeah, he's a lot more limited. These Burn the Witch characters are just literally hell to pull. Honestly, they are hell and hard as hell to get to 5-5 compared to seasonal and premium characters. And I may as well end the video off with a sub 1 run just for the flex. So that's just my Pachi that I just mentioned not too long ago. Yeah, there we go. That just about does it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have actually enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy the Dash Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So take care, lads. Peace out. Bye.